Alright, we're live.
We live? We in?
We are.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to What the F.A.Q live Thursday at primetime guitar showcase extravaganza.
Yes. And, I don't know, amusement. I don't know. It's yeah.
The amusement hub.
Something in there.
Yeah, so what's happening? I'm here with Dylan.
Yep.
And it's the normal Thursday thing. Start out with us, then go check out our friends over at Texas Toast Guitars. They'll be talking guitars. And then Dylan talks tone after that. And that's it. That's the Thursday guitar extravaganza.
Yeah. I guess we should say the hellos. Hopefully, let's see, Eric's already in there. Hopefully he got his t-shirt. It should have, I mean, it went out, but hopefully he got it.
You should have got it by now. Eric's
Seems
got your
like it.
shirt. Hopefully. So Janice is in here. Eric is in here. Carl is in here. Gary Redburn's in here. Cool. A lot of the normal characters.
See, MXR can do cool things too.
They can. That's the phaser, yeah.
That's the deep phase and the delay of that complex right now. I don't think we have, we haven't engaged the main feature yet.
No, I think that deep phase is a really good.
It's a great one, yeah.
That's a good phaser pedal if you like phaser pedals. That Echoplex delay is I always like that too. You know, for a nice easy.
Well, even within their own kind of market, it's a good alternative to like a carbon copy.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, phasers. That is a good one.
It is a good one.
I think the LVX could do that. Yeah, because I was going to say, like, we should try that. I was going to say, before we get too distracted, we should do we'll do the normal chit-chat and then get into the playing.
Then we'll do the thing.
Do we have, well, the Distortion Plus is sort of a topic, but do we have any other topics?
Why is the Distortion Plus a topic?
Well, it was sort of a topic last week when you were mentioning the, because it was kind of weird. They did the limited run of
the Randy Rhoads.
Yeah, and it was weird because like some people are acting like it shouldn't have sold out and it shouldn't have done well because it's a classic pedal. Therefore, it's not as good. And I'm like, no, it did well because it is a classic pedal and it is good.
It is a good pedal.
Yeah.
And it's got polka dots now.
Yeah.
For Randy Rhoads. I'm sure it's tweaked. It's tweaked towards, you know.
I'm sure Buddy Guy got one too, right?
Well, you'd think so. You'd think he would. Hopefully. I don't know if Buddy Guy would use a Distortion Plus, but.
Just every time something polka dot is created, Buddy Guy gets one in the mail.
He gets one for free.
Yeah. He's like, hey, this is kind of weird.
Well, I remember the Distortion Plus though as a kid. Like everybody, that was a thing. You needed that because if you were trying to play any Van Halen thing,
yeah,
like that was the thing was get a Distortion Plus.
Well, yeah, and that's yes, things have evolved since then, but there's so many distortions that started there. So, I mean, most people's probably favorite distortions, a lot of them started with either the original Boss pedals, the original MXR pedals, or the original Maxon and Ibanez stuff. So,
or the LPB1.
Electro
Harmonics is going to be in that category of pushing amplifiers and such.
Yeah.
What do we got in the anything
Any
interesting in the world of music this week? Music manufacturer.
It just seems like more signature pedals, not a lot of innovation. Oh,
They booted out Randall from Mesa Boogie.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh.
Well, okay. Because I don't know 100% if they booted him out. He's just not at Mesa Boogie anymore. So I don't know if it was a contract thing, whatever contract he made with them when they bought it. Is that up? It could be. No, I don't think anybody's heard from him.
Well, yeah, I mean, he probably doesn't need to start over again, but.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I'd be like, you're lucky I stayed here for 2 years.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm gone. If it was me, I mean, I'd have just taken an office in the corner.
That is pretty disappointing, though.
And just fucking mainline donuts for 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds great.
Just coffee and donuts. And
just coffee and donuts all day and then leave at like 2:30. Get there.
All right, I feel like I did my part.
Get there at noon and leave at 2:30 and be like, I'm good. So he's out of Mesa Boogie. So who knows where and what's going to happen
To them, yeah.
To them after that. I've heard different things about like Marshall going through some changes as well. I don't know like internally, but I've heard people maybe are talking that they're going to change a bit of their model type deal. Somebody put it that Marshall wants to be the new Peavey.
The hell does that mean?
I don't know.
I thought PVs were Mississippi Marshalls.
Well, things come full circle, my friend. I don't know. That's what somebody.
Well, that was the thing, because like back in the day, you bought a PV because you couldn't get a Marshall, and then all these dudes that were like these pretty good players were playing PVs at one point. Skinner, well, I know Nugent's an asshole, but he was playing those back. So like they had a lot of these guys that were doing that, and then PV becomes a thing, and then that would be hilarious if it.
And then
if Marshall's like, oh, we want to be the next PV. It's like no.
Yeah, so I don't know what that means, but that's what somebody wrote. Now maybe that means they're trying to get their hands into more, PAs or stuff like that.
Because I've noticed like the household brand shit with them is becoming like, and they're probably sort of looking at Fender and trying to do some of that too. But like
lifestyle.
Yeah, because I've seen like those little Marshall, like the white Tolex radio things. I've seen those everywhere. Like people that don't even play, like I see them now,
right.
And I'm like, it's just it. It is annoying, like when, I guess it's fine. It's when anything hits any kind of pop culture or anything where it's commercialized to that point, like it really is just annoying.
Well, I think maybe that's, because we know the Fender thing, that basically Fender's kind of emulating like a Harley Davidson type of lifestyle. Like, oh, wear our shirts and our pants and our underwears and here's our picks and guitars, and it's like, Fender
every single
family.
thing you have on, you should have a Fender logo on it.
Yeah, here we're Fender. We're going to circumvent all our dealers to sell more shit because we're poorly run. I don't know. That's all hypothetical. Purely hypothetical. That was only me just making stories up. That was for my cartoon cast that I do. That was for my graphic novel. It's only graphic because there's a lot of swear words.
It's only graphic for one reason, not because it has any pictures.
That being said, if anybody wants a Fender, call me.
Yes,
we're running.
Deals are happening.
We are running great deals on Fenders today and tomorrow and all weekend long. Like really good ones. So. Yeah, but we touched on the Fender thing from last week. The whole certified used deal.
Certified pre-owned.
Certified pre-owned shite. So we'll see how Fender fares.
Well, it is interesting.
There's a fair amount of people that aren't happy, that aren't even dealers.
Yes, and that's what I was going to say.
About it.
I thought that was interesting, especially like I said, Phil McKnight was the one that the two different customers referenced when they were bringing it up, and so I'm like, that is interesting that which I'm glad that his channel at least is more than. At least he's trying to see things from the dealer perspective since he was one at one point.
I watched his, it's the podcast video.
Right.
And, he asked some questions and you could tell he was kind of like, I don't know how to feel about this. But
Well, I think because he
expressed some
probably
opinions.
knows how he would if he was a dealer. He
was a-
knows how
yeah,
he feels.
if he was
As
still-
a YouTuber, he knows how he feels. The two might not necessarily be lining up, but
Yeah, I mean, he understands what this feels like to us.
yes.
You know, it feels like they're just trying to do whatever they can to circumvent their own dealer network,
That or like how
or
can
at least
they,
if that's what it feels like.
it does
you
that
know.
or how can they move things that would otherwise be regarded as a mistake? How can they kind of shift those on to the dealer network rather than kind of like you've said, like
Why
really
s-
addressing the problems that are, because I mean it's like it's one thing if a company has internal problems that the public is not necessarily aware of. It's another thing like if those things start cropping up more, more in a more visible way. Because like I think like you're right, like their quality control for a while was going up. Lately, I would say that has not been the case. So addressing those things go further than trying to do these new weird campaigns. I feel
And
like.
also they're pouring a lot of dough into, I'm seeing ads for all this stuff. Like, why couldn't you?
Why couldn't you have done that when it was regular? Yeah, like,
Why couldn't you support your dealer network with
Yeah.
all this extra dough that you're throwing at the advertising?
right.
And if you're selling B stock stuff, why couldn't you sell the B stock to your dealer network and let them?
Same principle. Yeah.
Yeah. Why go through another company that
Well, it's like creating another
But it-
system when you
so
already
you-
have a system in place.
Yeah, so they're
Yeah.
going through this other company, which, there's stories about where the ownership of that company, but you're going through another company to sell stuff to, you already have a network of people that will buy it.
Right.
Because a lot of companies would just sell their B stocks to their dealers, and then their dealers would sell it.
Yeah. And then both parties make out.
And then
it's
both
good.
parties
Yeah.
make out. They get rid of their B stocks, the dealers get to get it at a lower price, and then the customer does get
Get
to
a
have
discount, yeah.
a good deal on something that's got a little, ding or a little nick. Well, why do you have to go through a whole nother company to circumvent the people you already have?
Yes, that could already do those things and do it the same way, the way they've been doing it.
Yeah, C stock, I understand. If it's got more structural damage, it's a bigger repair. I can understand that, sending it to another company for them to fix it and do the thing. That makes more sense to me. But B stocks, and then we all know that there's times where people sell, or they say B stock, or they say it's demo or open box or used, excellent condition, that the shit's new. I mean, there's so many companies that are doing it. I think it just opens this gate to everybody else being pissed and going, screw it, we'll just sell this shit for whatever then.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, it's just,
Well, no, it does-
it's got us definitely, or at least it's got me.
Yeah, it de-incentivizes
Feeling
the
quite
dealers to to participate basically because you're literally kind of moving it sideways out of their hands and creating a whole other system when you already had that system in place, which was your dealer network. So
Right. And they're trying to say, oh, well, if the car manufacturers do this stuff, it's a thing that's known in the auto industry.
well, I sort of feel like it's one of those things where like, when people talk about like how to get out from under a particular system, but they basically just by the time they qualify all the different things that they want, it's basically the system that they already have. Like that's how I feel like they kind of go circle, over and over. They kind of circle back on like the same things, and it's like it just I don't know if it just enough time passes and they're like, oh, let's try this again, but under a new guise.
That
Yeah.
I've seen in business over the last all the years that I've been working for other companies and stuff.
Yeah.
You see, what happens is you have a core of people that try things, and then some of those people move on, or the whole thing moves on because it's a new owner or a new management staff or some new hot shit marketing team that thinks that they're going to light the world on fire with all their new innovative ideas. And then what happens is they just say the same shit that the core that was there 10 years ago tried, and they know it failed, but nobody ever wanted. What happens is when the new company comes in, there's new fresh blood that thinks they're hot shit. They come in, and the people that are old that are there, and they're like, yeah, we already tried that.
Right.
They're like, yeah, but we're gonna do it with zeal. That's why you guys say, because we have more gusto, or whatever horse shit they want to throw. And sometimes what happens is that the older people just sit back going,
Yeah.
twisting their beards, going, "Oh yeah, we've seen this shit before. This will be fun." But it's happened. I used to see it in the restaurant business all the time when I worked there. we'd have a management team that was there for a number of years. We'd try a bunch of stuff because you got to throw stuff against the wall and see if it sticks. So we'd try stuff, and then we'd have some hot shit guy come in from corporate, whatever. That I had the #1 store in fucking Peoria, Illinois. Oh, oh great, wow, he's some mastermind over here that run the world's best restaurateur.
Hoosier Whisperer.
Yeah, and then he'd come in and we're like, and this was the best one. Like it was different, but it was the best in New York. Was the best with this shit because you get this hot shit person that would come in from somewhere else, and everybody's like, yeah, we already fucking did this. Who is this asshole? And it's like before he even gets out of the gate, the whole 90% of the staff is like, it's not going to work. We've already done it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's just one of those things that you get these people that come in, try to do a cool thing, but like you said, it's kind of like been recycled.
Yeah.
Sometimes they can tweak it. Oh, that was a great idea, but we were missing this one element that now time has given us the option to correct its fault.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like technology or something.
Right.
You go, oh, that was the piece that why it failed the first time, but now we have it.
Right.
It's not always the case. Some of the stuff is just the same shit that people don't find it like it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they'll go round and round, do the same old bullshit, and we'll see what happens. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's just business stuff. So.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it applies to a lot of things because I mean, that's basically almost the same discussion Jacob and I have had about pedals in general the last 3 weeks. Is like, it really is just the same stuff, either repackaged or like you're saying, like, throw a new descriptive word on there, throw a thesaurus at it, and then put it back out. And it's like there hasn't really been anything that's really pushing the envelope. Now, granted, like it's there has been some big jump forwards with with certain companies, but I would say as a whole, like a lot of the pedal stuff is circling around a lot of the same ideas, or even like I've noticed it's become a thing, kind of like Jacob was saying too, with signature things where they take something that didn't necessarily do great on its own, but they find out that some artist is using it. This artist wants this tweak, and they're like, oh, okay, well, we'll reissue it, and so here's the new blah 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 blah. And it's just because like it's the same thing, but with like one tweak for this.
It's got 17% more gain.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was needing.
Which is fine because I do feel like that is how certain things are improved.
Well, that's how stuff is created. Yes,
yeah. But at the same time, like I do wish. I guess I am, and I still don't even know what it would be, which is maybe why all these people are having the hard time too. Of like I still want to hear a new effect, a genuinely new effect, and it's like that's probably not anything that's going to, because again, kind of like we've had that conversation before, most of the effects we have are all relative to either real world analog occurrences or things that happen, with manipulating certain, things either in a studio setting or whatever it is. Most of the effects started there, but is like a new one ever really going to emerge is what it is.
Yeah.
Is the waiting game that we're kind of in now.
Yeah, and it's like, what's it going to be?
I mean, like Old Blood came out with the partner, and the only thing special about that fuzz is it has an effects loop.
Right. Well, and that's what kind of even, which is fine, and even like Earthquaker's kind of revisiting some of their other pedals. They're taking their new expression pedal 6 preset design and kind of applying it to pedals that need it. Because like honestly, if they do that to the Grand Orbiter, like I'd be all about that because that would be a great improvement to that pedal. But it's not a new effect, and like
you're just improving on a thing.
Yeah, which is fine. It's just that I feel like it is. It's like I know it's like trying to think of a language you haven't heard yet. It's kind of the same thing. It's like we don't know what it's going to sound like because nobody's ever heard it yet. Right. But I'm still kind of waiting for whatever that's going to be.
I don't know. By the way, Polly's got a new pedal coming out.
Oh, do they? Oh, cool.
Yeah, I thought I emailed you, but if not, then tell me to email you again.
Okay.
Because it sounds good. I'm like, ooh.
I'll take a look.
I think I would like that. I think you'd like it.
Because they're pretty cutting edge, and I would say like they're a company that like you almost have to go through like Maris's training school to then understand Poly. And
as far as I'm concerned, I'm like, have fun storming the castle. Yeah, because I'm not going. That's too many buttons and knobs and menus to fuck with, and I'm just not.
It is, yeah. Well, I mean, and that is bit by bit, because like the modular community and the modular mindset is starting to like seep into the pedal world, which is good. And I think that's sort of the thing now of like rather than making a preset or a setting, you're making a complete sound now. So like the LVX, you're making a sound. The Poly, like or the Bebo, I mean, you're making, you know, a sound, a complete sound. You're not just making one part of it, or you're not just tweaking a preset. You're making a complete sound. That sort of seems to be the new thing. And I mean, you could argue that that's what a lot of the, you know, the multi-effect stuff was sort of aiming at, but like the flexibility that the stuff has now is where things have changed.
It's different,
but,
yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see how how things go. Because I mean, there's a lot. I don't know. It's just there's so many pedals and so much stuff. You know, and have we reached a point of saturation?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, but it's like, well, now what? Oh wow, we got a double effects loop in this thing. Whoa, boy, that's gonna sell 1 million pedals. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, how many I mean, I would love to see the list, an actual number of overdrives that exist in the planet.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, we have over 200.
Right, we have 200 here.
Yeah.
So how many and how many? There's a ton.
Well,
of
I think we have well over. Yeah, we
Yeah,
probably
there's
have well over 200. Yeah.
a ton of companies that we don't have in store
Right.
that we would like to bring in that have a number of overdrives. And then what about everybody else in every other country? How about the Zimbabwean overdrive?
Dude, the fuzz they make.
Well, even honestly, but no, I mean, but
Yeah.
you're not wrong. Like the Australian and New Zealand market is way bigger than it
there's
ever was
Yeah,
before.
there's a
It's
whole
huge
bunch of
now.
cool shit
Yeah.
down there.
Yeah.
You know, I keep getting. Here's the thing: I keep getting like emails from Italy with
Oh yeah,
small
there's been a lot more.
companies-
Yeah.
small companies in Italy that.
Well, and even
are-
Greece, like after VS Audio, like I was surprised looking into how many other companies are emerging there now.
Yeah, I mean VS kind of got a jump, I think, and because they had
Those dudes were fun too. I forgot about that.
good. Well, we'll see them at NAMM,
Yeah.
I'm sure. But yeah, I got reached out just a couple days ago by another company that's in Italy
Oh, cool. Okay.
that they wanted to. And
They're like, hey, this last name looks friendly.
they're like, yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of vowels in that
yeah.
last name. Let's.
Yeah.
He's one of he could be an ancestor. So anyway,
All right.
so yeah, that's it. Where are we?
So
Right
speaking,
on time.
speaking of new pedals, new sounds. So the layers. How would you best describe it, Jacob? I mean, it's not technically 3 freezes. That's kind of what I wanted it to be, sort of. It's basically an ambient kind of layering device. You're basically triggering one layer at a time, so you can kind of make these ambient pads. And then they do have their own, like you can either, because I think you can do it infinitely versus just decaying it after a certain amount of time. I don't think I ever tried it on the infinite though. Does it still lose the top end a little bit?
No.
No? Okay.
It's pretty.
So yeah, we'll see what happens with this, because honestly, this one's a little funky. Oh, what's up?
Janice is saying she watches like modular artists too.
Yeah, no, there's a few of them. Like I've gotten more into that, or even like some of the guys that are, that tend to do more. Like actually, a lot of the ambient guitar review guys also tend to use a lot of synth stuff. So, it's getting more and more crossover.
Joey Dano says, "Hey Gary, I'm actually on the highway driving to Denver as we speak."
Oh, sometimes I guess.
Joey, are you going to Texas Toast class? No, wait a minute. What the hell's today?
Today's
Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, you doing a Texas Toast class, or you just coming to Denver?
I don't know. Jeff was saying he also usually when he's driving, he'll just throw out like Jeff Andrews. So he usually throws the F.A.Q on when he's driving.
Oh, nice. Well, he was here earlier today, so I don't know that he wants to. Listen.
He might, yeah.
He wants to listen to us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he might.
He's over there looking at sniffing around the Genslers. So I want him to get it set up that he's envisioning, because I think it would be pretty awesome, knowing how Jeff plays and what he does.
Oh, yeah.
Because he
yeah.
wants to do the stereo thing, and
Well, that's why I was trying to encourage him to bring his LVX in so that we can try to help him go through it. Because I think he was trying to use the editor, but he wasn't getting it to quite jive. And it's like, I honestly think if he used that, it would open up a lot of things for him. So yeah, basically we're going to be going through the layers primarily. We also have a full MXR kind of spread here, but we're going to at least start with this guy. And obviously, Jacob, if you run into or if you have any tips, let me know. But
It's just something you kind of gotta play
Just
and
mess
twirl
around.
the knobs. And,
Hey Jay, what's happening? Saying hello to everybody. It's coming
Oh.
in.
Cause like we were just noting, they're at least like forward thinking and trying something new. It's not.
Yes.
It's not a tube screw.
it's at least an attempt at something, yeah,
Just
pretty
a bunch
new.
of dudes in California getting high, going, "What can you make, man?" I think that would be a great R&D job.
Well, it would be an interesting thing to be like on the pedal side of things of like, you know, it's probably not dissimilar to the guys that used to have to make toys, honestly, where they're like, yeah, we got to come
We
up
got to
with
come up
something.
with an
new.
idea.
Yeah.
So Gary said, yeah, Joey's he's coming in for the class.
Oh, nice.
So I'll see you then. 'Cause
Oh, are you
I'll-
heading up there?
Well, you know,
Well,
I
I mean,
usually
yeah.
pop in.
Yeah.
When they have a class, I'll pop in, see if anybody needs any cases or anything like that, or just to see what's happening, check out the builds and all the things.
So anyway, I'll let you start on it. You might not be able to play that fast.
Well, that's the thing about it. You can kind of play whatever you want, and
And it just grabs things. Okay, we'll see.
depending on where the threshold is and how long the decay is.
So I was gonna say, I don't know if this is like the jazz, blues, funk.
I'm curious.
Oh,
to hear,
I'm just gonna go right into layers mode.
Yeah. It's like I'm gonna layer my brains out.
I'm gonna get so fucking layered, bro.
the red button.
You don't even know.
I'm just gonna get so layered, dude. It's like crazy. I'm like gonna be crushing all the layers.
And the red button that's active has the sub.
Yes.
Oh, sweet. I love sandwiches.
I guess I'm gonna be an E flat because this guitar was pretty much already an E flat.
Anyway, so check it out. G&L, ASAT. This thing's pretty awesome. So if you guys want a killer guitar, this is also chambered and it's super light. And I don't know why it's still here. I really don't, because this thing is killer. Maybe I should take it. Anyway, you should buy it. But I would like to also
Like maybe I should give it a
notes,
home.
passing notes, mysterious scribblings, a secret code. A secret code.
On the board. Okay.
Are you serious? We just sell the layers that's on the board? Is it the last one?
The power supply.
Oh, okay.
What?
Is it selling or is it?
I just got listed. I couldn't find it.
Oh, okay.
Watch out. Everything just goes quick. You're like, oh, I'm gonna have to steal that power supply because it's I don't want to throw off your vibrations.
Oh, you're not going
I
to.
don't want to throw off your vibrations, man.
No, you're good.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's see. Here's a story I'd love to tell. It's about some weirdo dude that you know so well. Comes inside with a bucket and plays.
Okay, fine. Did we only get one of these though?
What, the layers?
Yeah, I hadn't put it into anything yet.
I-
I was like feeding it into something else because that's what he said when he came back was like using it to feed other things is where it becomes cooler. And I was like, okay. Because honestly, like that is pretty.
And then seeing it just grab onto things like kind of randomly almost.
That is pretty damn cool. Here, I won't load it all with a bunch of stuff. I'll let you guys hear it just as is. But that was actually pretty cool. Damn it. Although, if I did get Walrus's new power supply, I would have enough room to like just shove it up there somewhere. Shove it up there somewhere.
There's a lot of motion going on there.
Modulation. I don't think you can really change that too much. Although I guess it would be kind of the attack, but Well, but I mean, feeding it into something else, like it
Yeah.
does really take on a pretty.
I kind of like it with the phase in there, though.
Yeah.
It's like an octavey thing almost. Hear it?
I think because the phaser's grabbing onto the sub part.
Yeah, it's not always there, but I think it's coming back around sometimes.
Yeah. So like you're going to sanitarium for a
I
second,
know.
Yeah.
I kind of thought, I was like, I'm not gonna do it. Just think I don't want Lars getting after me.
No, they actually they like for people to play their stuff. They look at it as exposure, so they don't give a shit about that, which is kind of Did you try with distortion yet? Let's see what it does with that. I just want to see how it behaves with distortion. Is the trigger how quickly it triggers? The trigger is how quickly it triggers. Yeah, but is it like how long, or is it more of a threshold?
It's a threshold.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's. It's very interesting pedal.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. It's definitely something I wouldn't use. I'm just being honest.
You wouldn't use it in your new ambient project?
Yeah, I might. The new ambient project is just a bunch of modulation with the guitar across the room and a bag of rubber bands. Ping. Ping. And that way I could be part of the audience. I could be the show and the audience. Right? I mean, nobody's done it. Just saying. Ziggy's like, I love this. It's putting me right to sleep.
It is interesting.
There's a lot going on there. I don't know how to wrangle that. It's actually pretty cool. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so Joey Dano Guitars is actually Doug.
Doug Sands?
That's what it seems like. So Joey says, yeah, Mike doesn't know that Joey's actually Doug.
Oh, okay.
So, all right, well, good. It'd be good to see you, buddy. Which means there's probably going to be booze involved somewhere along the line. It's kind of, yeah. Carla's like, it's got a dark ambient sound. So you can use this at the Church of Doom ceremony, not a regular church.
I think regular church would be fine too.
Maybe if they're doing
It's like this is where the Holy
Exodus.
Spirit enters.
What's
He's
the
in
one?
this number
Exodus?
3 right here. See, it's the Holy Trinity.
Oh,
You've
yeah.
got Jesus, God, the Holy Spirit. This is where
And to get the dark, you just need to turn the sub off.
That's why they don't get to pay taxes, because there's 3 of them and they can't figure out how to make the tax code work. They're like, well, there's 3, but it's the same guy, and I'm not really sure how to do this. So who's actually paying? He's paying. No, he's paying. This guy's paying.
It's the Spider-Man meme with Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. They're all pointing to each other, and it's the IRS in the middle. Or you could be doing what's one of the books like Exodus or what's the one? What's that?
it's a Deuteronomy.
What's the one that's got all the fire and brimstone?
Revelation?
Revelation, yeah, that's it.
Exodus, where they just tell everybody to get the hell out.
Exit. Right. In the first verse of Exodus, everybody out. Jesus said, unto thee, I exclaim, out.
It actually works pretty good for the.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird though. It does kind of get a little tumbly sometimes, but
Well, it's tumbly and it's a little. It can get busy. It can be busy. You know what I mean? Like a lot happening.
yeah.
It's cool though. I mean, it's a very usable pedal. There you go.
the trigger has to be high enough for the.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we can start. Because that's really where like it kind of dies off.
That's
without-
what I want to see where it kind of went.
So when you click the button, you're triggering the next layer.
This one?
Yeah. There's like multiple ways to trigger it.
So that cycles through it.
It only grabs one thing at a time.
It's a very interesting.
It's very interesting.
Definitely ambient, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those pedals where I'm like, okay. I'm not saying that that's bad. What I'm saying is I know that what I would use. Oh, Dan Andreas is coming in town too. Dan and Doug. It's gonna be a week.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like,
If you turn the threshold knob all the way down, then you can use the foot switch to then trigger.
oh, you would like a manual mode,
Yeah.
more. Oh, okay, gotcha.
I remembered that.
That's what it does. Okay. There we go. That was basically a car. Okay. Yeah, you basically got to get it where the trigger is sensitive enough that everything's kind of off just like the same amount of attack. Because that would be something cool, like you have that going.
I was like, let me give that a try.
Is this the decay? So that would keep it, yeah.
Eric's asking if Ozzy's coming for dinner. Prince of Togetherness.
That's pretty cool.
Your mats. Alright, let me give one more. It's just so much going on.
Well, like just separate a chord out. So just do like your, yeah, and then it has good visual feedback. So like when you see it light, that means it caught the last one. Then you get the next one.
Whoops.
Like signature move. Just
Yeah, here's my signature move.
turn it off.
It sounds so plain.
It does, yeah. I actually do kind of want to see what this does real quick too. That's pretty good.
It does sound pretty good.
Oh. See, if it did it temporarily, that would have been kind of cool too.
Yeah.
What's that? All right, I think we need to be done yet. 5.
Yeah.
All right.
Crafting an object.
And that's where we're gonna play this out. All right, we gotta roll. All right, thanks everybody for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Go check out Texas Toast Guitars, and then go check out Dylan Talks Tone after that. We'll catch you guys on the weekend. Have a good Memorial Day weekend, Labor Day
yeah.
weekend, Labor Day weekend.
That's it. Labor
Yeah,
Day.
yeah. Go out and do some labor stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Laborize yourself.
Yeah, laborize yourself. Go do some yard work. All right, we'll catch you guys on the flip side.